Hello and welcome to RTM News. My name is Emmy Akura Adaa, and without wasting much of your time, we'll be taking a look at the stories coming in our news for tonight, starting with the first story coming in South Africa. ANC to fire Zandile Gumade as eThekwini mayor report says. The ANC KwaZulu-Natal has resolved to fire embattled eThekwini mayor Zandile Gumade according to a report. After weeks of debating Gumade's continued role as mayor, the party's provincial executive committee is ready to relieve her of her duties. According to three independent sources, Gumade is currently out on 50,000 rand bail after being arrested earlier this year on corruption charges related to a multi-million rand Durban solid waste tender. She was placed on special leave by the party for 30 days in June, which had since been extended twice after the provincial executive committee failed to reach a decision by the first lapsed date. Staying in this segment, mob bones a suspected killer after body parts of a boy found in his fridge. Mpumalanga Police Commissioner Lieutenant General Modley Zuma has cautioned members of the community against taking the law into their own hands. This warning comes after a man was burnt to death in an apparent act of mob justice in Marite, near Hazyville on Saturday. The incident is suspected to be retaliation by the community after the mother of a 13-year-old boy whose body parts were found hidden in a fridge at the man's house. The boy went missing on Friday. The community immediately conducted a search and later discovered his body with some missing body part in an open field near a dam in the area. Two boys informed the community that they had earlier spotted the boy walking with the man who is known there. The community then apparently hunted the man down, brutally assaulted him and set him alight. He died at the scene. Taking a look at the last story coming in this segment, 10 cops nabbed following Joburg CBD raid denied bail. As many as 10 police officers accused of wrongdoing during last week's raid on counterfeit goods in the Johannesburg CBD were on Monday sent back to jail by Magistrate Lucas Vandel, who presided over the matter in the Johannesburg Magistrate Court. They were arrested last week for allegedly soliciting bribes, tipping off illegal vendors of imminent raid, and trying to sell confiscated goods. The accused Marubini Aubrey, Tulan Philemon, Petros, Samuel, Timothy, Zandile, Rachel Ndebe, Makubele Joseph, Sotesi, Molati Evis, and Samuel all appeared in court yesterday. The police officers' first charges including extortion, theft, corruption, and defeating the end of justice. Before the matter could get underway, much deliberation took place as one of the accused objected to having proceedings filmed by media, arguing that it would cause irreparable damage to his reputation. After the short break, we'll be taking a look at the rest of African stories. Stay tuned.
Education and entertainment, for spiritual messages uplifting your soul. We are here. RTM, 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 Redemption Television Ministries, redeeming lives is our focus. For quality programs, we're here. Education and entertainment, for spiritual messages uplifting your soul. We are here. RTM, 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 Redemption Television Ministries, redeeming lives is our focus. For quality programs, we're here. Education and entertainment, for spiritual messages uplifting your soul. We are here.
You're still watching RTM News. Ethiopia detains the local government officials as police over new Oromia violence. A branch of Ethiopia's federal police has detained a number of police and local government officials in connection with a recent deadly violence in the Oromia regional state. Privately owned Addis Standard News reporter cited Jelan Adi, federal police public relations head, as confirming the information that affects 7 people in all. They are suspected of involvement in the killing that took place on August 8, which involved armed groups, the official is quoted to have said. The suspects were detained this morning and are due to be arraigned before a local court soon. The official, however, declined to give names. The 7 suspects were apprehended due to community cooperation, he added. Staying in this segment, retired general calls for revolt within the military. Now retired General Khalid Nazar has called on the Algerian military for an uprising against their hierarchy. Nazar, who has been one of the most powerful figures of his country in the last 30 years, is the subject of an international arrest warrant issued by a military court. The motive behind his call for revolt is not known. Taking a look at the last story coming in this segment, Ebola drugs now 90% survival rate in breakthrough trial. Ebola may soon be a preventable and treatable disease after a trial of 2 drugs showed significantly improved survival rates, scientists have said. 4 drugs were tried on patients in the Democratic Republic of Congo, where there is a major outbreak of the virus. 2 of those were considerably more effective in treating the disease, the study found. The drugs will now be used to treat all Ebola patients in DR Congo, according to health officials. The U.S. National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, which co-sponsored the trial, said that the results are very good news for the fight against Ebola. After the short break, we'll be taking a look at our African stories in Nigeria. Stay tuned.
Programs were education and entertainment for spiritual messages uplifting your soul. We are here. RTM, 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 Redemption Television Ministries, redeeming lives is our focus. For quality programs, Wahi, education and entertainment, for spiritual messages uplifting your soul. We are here. RTM, RTM, Redemption Television Ministries, redeeming lives is our focus. For quality programs, Wahi, education and entertainment, for spiritual messages uplifting your soul. We are here. RTM, RTM, Redemption Television Ministries, redeeming lives.
Thank you so much for staying with us. A police killing, DHQ orders the Taraba Battalion to produce Wadume. The Defense Headquarters has ordered the 93 Battalion of the Nigerian Army in Takum, Taraba State to produce the fleeing kidnapped kingpin Alhaji Hamisu Wadume, as evidence that its soldiers are not capable in his escape after 3 policemen and a civilian were killed at the checkpoint in Ibi last Tuesday. A top military source at the headquarters confided in the media on Monday that the battalion had been issued a directive to produce the runaway kidnapper. Still staying in Nigeria, it's unfair to deny Southwest presidency in 2023, says Shehu Sani. A former lawmaker representing Kaduna Central District Senator Shehu Sani yesterday said it would be unfair to deny the Southwest geopolitical zone the presidency in 2023. Sani, a member of the 8th Senate, urged President Muhammadu Buhari to caution any politician of northern extraction against eyeing the presidency in 2023. Kaduna State Governor Malam Nasir El-Rufai had made a case for the abandonment of zoning arrangement for political offices as currently obtained in the country. El-Rufai had said the arrangement needed to be de-emphasized and abandoned in favor of competence. However, Sani kicked against jettisoning the zoning arrangement. Speaking with the journalist in Kaduna on Monday, the former lawmaker argued that it would be unfair for the North after 8 years to hold on to power beyond 2023. And taking a look at the last story coming in this segment, FG blames the Labour for minimum wage payment delay. The federal government has attributed the delay in the implementation of the consequential adjustment of the 30,000 naira minimum wage to the unrealistic demands of labor unions. The chairman, National Salaries, Income and Wages Commission, Chief Richard Egbule, made this known in an interview with the media in Abuja. Egbule explained that the current demand of the labor unions would raise the total wage be too high, and that was why government could not accept their proposed salary adjustment. Labor is asking for consequential adjustment, and government, in its wisdom, had made a budgetary provision for an adjustment of 10,000 naira across the board for those already earning above 30,000 naira per month. However, the unions have refused this offer, saying that because the increase in minimum wage from 18,000 to 30,000 was 66%, therefore they want 66% increment across the board. After the short break, we'll be taking a look at our international stories. Stay tuned.
Programs were education and entertainment, for spiritual messages uplifting your soul. We are here. Education and entertainment, for spiritual messages uplifting your soul. We are here. RTM, 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 Redemption Television Ministries, redeeming lives is our focus. For quality programs, Wahi, education and entertainment, for spiritual messages uplifting your soul. We are here. RTM, 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 Redemption Television Ministries, redeeming lives.
Thank you so much for staying with us. Let's take a look at the stories coming in this segment. Hong Kong's airport reopens after protest, but more than 200 flights cancelled. Hong Kong's airport reopened, but its administrator warned that flight movement would still be affected after China said protests that have swept the city over the past 2 months had begun to show the spread of terrorism. Some flights resumed, but many others were cancelled. Hong Kong flag carrier Cathay Pacific said it had cancelled more than 200 flights into and out of the airport on Tuesday. According to its website, the airport, one of the world's busiest, blamed demonstrators for halting flights on Monday. The exact trigger for the closure was not clear because protesters occupying the arrivals hall since Friday have been peaceful. The airport was the latest focus of protest that began 2 months ago. The sometimes violent protests began as opposition to a now-suspended bill that would have allowed extradition to mainland China, but have grown into wider calls for democracy. Staying in this segment, Brazil anti-corruption crusade bags Bolsonaro 2022 re-election. Brazilian Justice Sergio Moro, who oversaw the country's biggest ever corruption probe as a federal judge, said he has no interest in elected office and that President Bolsonaro is his candidate for the 2022 election. Moro's popularity has been dented by report he collaborated with prosecutors investigating jailed former President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva. Based on leaks of the alleged charge published by a news website, The Intercept and Brazilian media. Taking a look at the last story coming in this segment, Sydney incident, police launch operation in city centres. Australian police say they have launched an operation in central Sydney amid a report on local media of a person armed with a knife. Authorities have urged the people to avoid the area near Clarence Street and King Street in the city central business district. Images posted on social media showed police and ambulance vehicles converging on the scene. Police did not immediately give any further information. And those are all the stories we have for you in this segment. After the short break, we'll be taking a look at our sports stories. Stay tuned.
Programs education and entertainment for spiritual messages uplifting your soul. We are here. Education and entertainment for spiritual messages uplifting your soul. We are here. Redemption Television Ministries, redeeming lives is our focus. For quality programs, Wahi, education and entertainment for spiritual messages uplifting your soul. We are here. Redemption Television Ministries, redeeming lives.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at the stories coming in our sports stories for tonight. Inaki Williams, Atletico Bilbao striker, signs a 9-year contract extension. Atletico Bilbao striker Inaki Williams has signed a 9-year contract with the Spanish club. Williams, 25, has signed until 2028, and his new deal includes a €135 million release clause. The contract is one of the longest ever handed to a player, but does not surpass the 10-year agreement Real Betis handed Brazilian winger Danielson in 1998. Williams added, "Hopefully great things can come. What I want to is to make this club bigger, if possible," he stated. Staying in the transfer, Man City defender Mangala joins Valencia. Valencia is set to sign central defender Eliaquim Mangala from Manchester City on a 2-year contract. The French defender, 28, had signed a 1-year contract extension until 2020 at City in February after returning from injury a short period on loan at Everton. He had spent the 2016-2017 season on loan at Valencia. Mangala, who won the last of his 8 France Cups in 2016, joined City from Porto for £32 million in 2014. The club had reached an agreement with Mangala, Valencia said on their website. Staying in the Premier League, Liverpool keeper Alisson ruled out for the next few weeks, says Jurgen Klopp. Liverpool's goalkeeper Alisson has been ruled out for the next few weeks with the calf injury he picked up in the season-opening win against Norwich City, says the manager Jurgen Klopp. The Brazil international 26 went off after 39 minutes of the 4-1 victory and was replaced by summer signing Andrei. It's not too cool, said the club. It's a calf injury which takes Alisson out for a while. Liverpool are set to sign veteran Andy Lonergan on a short-term deal as cover. Alisson was a key figure for the Reds in his debut season after joining from Roma, helping them win the Champions League and finish second in the English Premier League. Taking a look at the last story coming in this segment, Red Bull, Alexander Albon to replace Pierre Gasly. Red Bull will replace a French driver Pierre Gasly with Alexander Albon for the rest of the season. Ty Albon, 23, has been promoted from the team's sister's outfit Toro Rosso, with Gasly going the other way. Gasly, 23, is 6th in the championship with 63 points. Teammate Max Verstappen is 3rd with 181 points. Red Bull says that they will use the next 9 races to evaluate Alex's performance and make a decision as to who will drive alongside Max in 2020. And those are all the stories we have for you on News for tonight. Thank you so much for staying with us. See you again tomorrow, same time, same station. Do have a wonderful evening.
Redemption Television Ministries, redeeming lives is our focus. Oh, yeah. For quality programs, why education and entertainment, for spiritual messages uplifting your soul, we are